you're very heavy on Instagram. That's your platform. But you obviously on LinkedIn, Facebook, and now on Crack House, aka Clubhouse.
Which you bought an iPhone for, which is bloody commitment.
You too.
No, I didn't pay for it. I got gifted.
Of course. I'm not celebrity yet. You call up like Apple, give it to me. So what's your take on social media? I know you're good with Instagram, but the other one, or should we start with Instagram?
Yeah, let's start with Instagram.
Okay.
What are my thoughts? I think that it's kind of a double-edged sword. So it's got a big positive, and it's got a big negative. I think the negative can be, the haters, which is quite minimal, I think, at least in property. The mental health, the time it consumes. I think mental health is a big negative of social media if it's not used correctly. And even if it is, it can still be. But on the positive side, I mean, especially in lockdown, how else are we connecting with people? How else are we building our reach? How does an investor know what the hell I'm doing? How does a potential client know that maybe I should, buy Tej's book? Maybe I should invest in his learning. Maybe I should invest in him. How do they know any of this? Because they see it, pretty much every day on Instagram and on other social medias. So, it's a way of communicating, and that's the social element, but then also it's a way of you showing multimedia to the world. And so I think in property, and we don't know when lockdowns are going to end. We don't know when we're going to have physical networking again. Our businesses still need to function. And how can we make them function? How can we do all the steps we need to do whilst also building a community and a positive environment around us to help keep us somewhat sane in these times without social media? It's impossible, really. Physically, it is impossible, depending on what country you live in. Yeah. But even before that, I could go to a networking event, speak to 10 people, maybe 15, which is still, hard and a lot of work, and it costs money, and you got to get dressed up, and you got to go. Or I make this video with you, and we speak to hundreds. I make a podcast, I speak to thousands. I, speak at someone's Zoom event, I speak to her. It's so much more efficient, and it's pretty much free. I mean, yeah, it takes up time, but it's free. It's effective. It reaches lots of people at once. And there isn't really anything that can compare to it. And for me, Instagram, especially with the updates they're doing, it has the visual element, it has the written element, it has the videos, it has the reels. They're just copying TikTok, but it's fine. They have so many elements. Now they have guides, and I'm sure they're going to do more. For me, it has everything all in one. Yeah. And for a reason, they make it so easy to use, with the stories, with the interfaces, because they want you to spend hours on the platform. So yeah, I love Instagram and I love social media. And I think when it's done correctly and you control it and it doesn't control you, it's amazing.
So this leads me into a personal question. What does your missus think about you being on social media so much? Because you're in it a lot.
People think I'm on it a lot. I think I'm on it consistently in small bursts, which gives you the impression I'm always on it. So I don't tend to kind of sit there, unless I'm like messaging people. I don't tend to really sit there for long periods of time on it. It's more, okay, every hour or so, 5 minutes on it, 10 minutes on it. Let's kind of see what we're doing. Yeah. Obviously, if it's more of an important inquiry, I'll respond quicker. She doesn't think anything, to be honest. It probably keeps me busy and stops me bothering her. So it's probably, she's probably like, yeah, go spend more time on it. Yeah, Instagram, love Instagram. So, but that's a good question generally, because it can be time consuming.
Yeah.
People have to see it like another pillar of their business, like accounting, like deal sourcing, like raising funds. It's your business. Put some time to it and turn off your notifications and use that time only.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the new one, the Crack House. So what's your take on Crack House, aka Clubhouse? It's a hype, and it got me go and buy an iPhone for £100.
Wow.
I was like, I'm gonna try this just to see what it is. I'm an Android person.
Yeah, you know what? People love it, and it's a hype right now. And I'm using it as a tool to direct people to my Instagram to meet new followers who maybe aren't so active on Instagram or don't know me yet. So for me, it's an extension of my Instagram. And obviously I do podcasts. I'm an audio guy. It's something I'm used to. It's something I do a lot of. Now, I think for content consumers, which is most people,
Yeah.
it's fantastic to an extent. You get access. I mean, Elon Musk was on it the other day, like talking to the CEO of Robinhood, who's been in the news lately because of this GameStop stuff.
Wow.
When the hell are you going to sit in a room with 4,000 people and Elon Musk?
Yeah.
When are you going to hear his voice live from your desk? You're not. So I think it's really interesting to connect with these big names, but I think it's a product of our time. We're in lockdown worldwide. We have time to sit here and listen to idiots spout their 7-figure amazing, oh my God, businesses all the time. Like, oh, but when we go back to work, I don't see how it's possible to continue this.
Yeah.
You have to make time at 7 p.m., at 2 p.m. to make sure you can listen to this shit. But for me, that takes away one really powerful thing for content consumers, which is, hey, if I want to listen to Nana's podcast, well, I don't feel like listening to it now. I'm going to listen to it at 7 p.m. and I'm going to listen to it at 2.5 times speed. And I'm going to do it on my Android. And I'm going to, but actually at 7, if I listen to half of it and I want to listen to half it later, I'll bloody do it.
Yeah.
But you can't with Crackhouse. Also, as a content creator, it's a complete waste of time. Like in terms of efficiency, you can't record it. I mean, you can, but we tried it and it didn't work very well. You need multiple devices. It's just a headache. You can't reuse that content really. It's inefficient. If I do like this video we're making, this could become 10 different content forms.
Yeah.
Clubhouse, it's just not a good use of our time. So to be honest, I'm not a fan of it. It's a hype. I don't know. Let's see. My view might change, but I still prefer everything else over it.
So you think after the lockdown, it's time out?
I mean, I think so. I just don't see how it can sustain. I don't see. I don't know how. Like, because if you have meetings at work, if you need to be like, how can you be doing that?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
I totally agree, and the need to get a way to monetize it as well, because now it's just like preview, and I mean they need to monetize it however they do it. And after COVID, like you're saying, if people are gonna bounce, then who is gonna pay for it? No one's gonna pay for it because then it's outdated.
They raised some money. I'm sure recently I'm sure I look now online, but I'm sure recently they raised some money. So Clubhouse has a valuation of $1 billion.
Get out of here, man. This
what I mean, there's no monetization on it. I know there wasn't in like Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be. In Silicon Valley, they just value stuff. Oh my God, it's amazing. Yeah, 1 billion. But, I don't know. It's like Snapchat. Wasn't that valued at like 54?
Yeah.
And they make a loss every month. I mean, I don't know. These valuations, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Okay. But yeah, it's crazy and it is addictive and people are sitting on it all day long. I mean, there's a property thing and it's for 12 hours. I know there's multiple people on it. I mean, I'm in it. I'm not listening. I'm talking to you, but I'm in there just to show my face. You know what I mean? I'm there. But yeah, I can't be dealing with that.
So how many followers do you have now?
Well, since you asked, Nana, I have 837. It was 0.
Step up your game, bro.
You know what? I can't be. I just can't be like. It's one of the. When you're on the panel as well, when there's multiple people.
Yeah.
you just got to sit there and wait until you get asked, and it's so time consuming, and it's not like you can block it out and do something else because you have to listen in case you get. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Okay, let's go into the next one. LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm. LinkedIn's a bit stuffy, I think, a bit boring. There's a lot of like haters and trolls on there, just losers. But it is a great platform to raise money. It's a great platform to meet professionals and potential JV partners. If you can do something different and you can stand out amongst all the crap, LinkedIn is a really, really good place for property investors to be. I just don't use it as much because Instagram is so good, so I just don't feel the need to really use it as much. But in property, it is epic. And I know quite a few people who have, raised investment finance from it. So yeah, it's great.
Have you done it yourself through LinkedIn? I know through Instagram.
Not directly through LinkedIn. I mean, people may follow me there as well and have, like a touch point. But no, I haven't raised any money directly from it. But I know if I put effort into it, then I probably would.
Yeah, you Tej. Of course you would. You bougie. Okay, Facebook.
Facebook is a great social media platform. It's a bit like Instagram in that you can do videos, pictures, text. It's multimedia, which I think makes these platforms. That's why Clubhouse is single media, but Facebook and Instagram are multimedia. So Facebook is great. There's a really positive property community on Facebook. There's lots of groups. So even if you haven't got that many followers or friends, you can find people in these groups with tens of thousands of people in. So yeah, I'm a fan of Facebook, definitely, and I have raised money through Facebook. I think I found my biggest investor through Facebook, and I know for others it's definitely been like a part of the touch points.
Yeah.